All right, what's happening? Back once again, your man King A.D.S. Just getting up here to be natural and do my thing, connect with you as I should, since we have the technology and the means to do so I can be free and breathe in deep and then exhale something good and communicate with you. And yeah, man, today, just getting up here on the natural tip today, I had everything all planned out. I was supposed to do this big job for a client and everything like that, but the weather, there's just things you can't account for, right? There's things you can't control. And it was just the weather was creeping in from last night. I saw the clouds coming in, everything was getting gray. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know which way things are going to go yet. You know what I mean? So I just kind of tried to hold my cards, hold my hand steady and see how it all played out, because over the years I picked up instincts that everyone would have to develop, which is like how Kenny Rogers said, know when to hold them and know when to fold them type of deal. So I'm starting to debate whether all the things that I've arranged, should they be rearranged? Should I reschedule with this client or should I push through? And so I decided I'm going to put the pedal to the metal as much as I can until this morning, right? Until this morning when I woke up and it was still gray, but then we had some drizzle mist and stuff like that. But I thought to myself, well, if it stops within the next hour or so, I'll reschedule, right? So I just kept going anyway, and then it kept on going. Actually, it got a little bit worse for a minute, and I was like, oh, that was my final straw. Then I picked up the person that was supposed to work with me, good guy that was going to work with me today, and had all the equipment ready to go. And then, it started to drizzle to the point where everything was getting wet and slippery. And that's when you get hurt, and plus I'll be out there with power tools and things like that. And it's really not a good look when your gloves are getting soggy and slippery and stuff. And I've actually been through that kind of stuff too. The good, the bad, the iffy days, right? You need them all too to progress. But anyway, so that was my deciding factor. And then I was like, I'm going to reschedule. So I just did that. I rescheduled with the client and they're awesome, so everything worked out in the time frame. But as soon as I did that, I swear within the next half hour, everything started to dry up a little bit more. And now it's just cloudy out, but it still looks like it could rain some more. So go figure, you know what I mean? You try to be in control, but then life has something else to offer and you just got to go with the flow, So that's one of the things I learned over the years too, is just, don't pay attention to, don't put so much energy into the things you can't control, but get to the things you can right away, get right at it. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm getting right at it with you. And if you're with me right now, if you tuned into this video, go ahead, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, come along for the journey, hit the notifications bell so you know when I'm doing something else. I'm a music guy, do a whole bunch of music, do hip hop, rock, electronic music, stuff like that. And I just love getting open, getting busy and sharing that sentiment and feeling with you. Been at the music thing for longer than anything, actually. Been doing music since I was 19. You know what I mean? So I've been around in the field, on the underground, just getting out there, getting live and spreading that energy as much as possible. And it was always on the checklist to have some sort of a service or business. And just the way that it came about in my life, in my timeline, that was something a bit unexpected, which kind of brings me to the topic, you know what I mean, which is more about everyone starts somewhere, you know what I mean? And so if you're at the bottom in the way that I was, I'll use myself as an example, is somebody that was just basically inside the matrix, you know what I'm saying? And all I knew was the regular doctrine or etiquette that most people follow, and was trying to do that, all to the according to the note, and just was not getting me to the places that I wanted to be at, you know what I mean? And I also had the illusion of I can control everything around me and push in that certain direction and have it work perfectly, which is not reality. Most things in your life are going to have hiccups and mistakes and stutter steps and things like that. And that's one of the things you're going to have to know about it. You know what I'm saying? Your development and your process of, do you think realistically or not? And so my thinking probably wasn't as realistic as it could be. And that needed some work. Right. So In the beginning, when I started out, yeah, the thinking is much like the patterns of most people. We really don't understand the inner mechanisms of how things work. So we don't really see the mechanics of things. And that's what's, becomes more apparent as we go along. So, but you're just starting out, you know what I mean? So any journey that you start, yeah, there's things you're going to learn, and you're not going to start at the top. I've had advice given to me that says when you start closer to the top, you make it to the top quicker, which is in all essence true. But nevertheless, mentally, spiritually, all those type of things, so you make the right decisions or have ice water veins or know when to hold them, know when to fold them type deal. Those things come through time and experience. So don't beat yourself up, but definitely keep going. And if you get detoured for a minute, that's cool. Take the long way around the pond for a minute. You might move a little slower, but for all sakes, please don't stop moving. You know what I'm saying? Keep growing. New challenges will always make you nervous because there's something about the unknown that is a little bit spooky, and we become a little bit wary of what's in the darkness, what's lurking back there. It could be just more, cake and good times and smiles and friendships, but we don't know that. So yeah, the unknown is always going to be something that gives you an unrest feeling of uncertainty. But congratulations on the other end, because what that means is you're normal. You like the rest of us. You're still human. You still question things for your own survival, and that's what you're going to need to do, is learn how to land on your feet and make the better decisions. But yeah, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. So today I had to make an executive decision, which is something I had developed over time. What's the best judgment? And just to play it safe, I shut the day down and rescheduled. You know what I mean? But I didn't do anything like not call the client back, not communicate, not face the challenge that was up in front of me. I definitely put a foot forward towards handling that challenge, to meet it halfway, and then let life do the rest, and I'll get active wherever I can be useful in that day otherwise. You know what I mean? Because this day, it seemed like life was dictating to me what was going to be happening, more than I was. So I just took a chance to make that executive decision to say, probably not wise. I've been in this position before. Let me go ahead and dial it back. But unbeknownst to me, and sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't, right? Like, so unbeknownst to me, yes, it did not clear up. It's cloudy, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not raining like I thought it was going to pick up momentum. You know what I mean? So, but you have to make your decisions and be okay with it too. Don't dwell on it. That's another thing. Don't dwell on it. If you have to make a decision to make an adjustment because you're using your better judgment, not because you're being lazy or self-important or anything like that, but you're just trying to use your better judgment to make a better informed decision that's better for not just you but a client, then don't beat yourself up. You know what I mean? So yeah, but that's a sentiment. And outside, I don't know if you guys can hear that tapping and all the truck that was out there and everything. But yeah, like over in this apartment, like the dumpster's like right over out catty corner over the fence and stuff. So I hear like all the nonsense. Like if there's someone working, I can hear it. If there's trash truck, I can hear it. You know what I mean? But that's what that is, in case you noticed. But nevertheless, just want to get on here with that energy, man. And if you are recognizing, or if anything I'm saying is familiar to you in your life on your journey, go ahead, man. Like I said before, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, come along with me, man, for this journey, because that's exactly what it is. But, everyone starts somewhere. So, the realistic thinking, the going through the motions and learning how to read the signs in a day, learning how to have ice water veins from overtime and making decisions. Those things don't come out of a book. They come from experience. So, but everyone starts somewhere. And people from the outward image would be thinking that the best way to get something started is to have all the bells and whistles and to look like the image itself is more important than the service or the idea. And that's not true. I mean, it is nice. It's great. It's icing on a cake, but it's not necessarily true. You know what I mean? So you don't have to wait for everything to be perfect. You don't have to over borrow. You don't have to overextend yourself to get a good idea going as well. And so if you've got negativity, like we always talk about, if you got negativity in your circle, sometimes you have to learn how to tune some of that out, or maybe change your surroundings, or maybe start to notice that you speak a different language than other people and you think upward and forward and freely, and they're very much, no offense to them, no disrespect to them, But we all know after we cross over that yeah, we were stuck in the matrix. We were only thinking within the bounds of that smaller fish tank. Now we're in a bigger fish tank, but we're still in a fish tank. But still, nevertheless, this fish tank got more space, right? So yeah, it's all about just trying to get out and see whatever that you're trying to accomplish flourish. You know what I mean? And everyone starts somewhere. So even if someone's just getting started and they don't know all the info, it's also, I would say, important to not just take in negative input and think that that's the whole world, right? Like to actually take that to heart and then think that, oh, it's going to cost you this. That's why I said what I said, because a lot of the times the things that we take and share with each other are kind of poisonous. It's kind of poisonous, but you should look for yourself before letting someone else just tell you this is how it goes. Sure, cool, take it with a grain of salt, check it out for yourself. Maybe they left something out, maybe I leave something out, right? Maybe there's something that updated and now whatever the person says is no longer valid for that particular field or whatever notion that it is that they're expressing. And then you can kind of tailor it and reiterate and, upgrade it, right? So yeah, I would say always, brilliant people, great people doing great things, but then also look for yourself, find out for yourself. And if it's just full of negativity, then yeah, definitely find out for yourself. And then once you find that it differs night and day, then you're going to have to work on somehow doing a little bit of a step back act. And maybe if they're still cool, then you could still have a drink. You could still hang out from time to time. It just won't be about that topic. That point of interest will just have to change. But just here to say, everyone starts somewhere. And you can't do it alone. You need good people along your road. You need mentors. You need people who have done it on any level, because experience is the master teacher. So even if a person doesn't have an extravagant lifestyle, but they've secured all the steps in order to know what it takes to make some sort of currency, right? Some sort of profit from anything, like a business, like per se, or whatever it is that they're good at, they know how to accomplish. They're going to learn a lot more just to get to that point. So they could express things to you that could be very helpful. And maybe you have a different direction and a different vision, but you could apply some of that to what you do. And then you can kind of delve into it for yourself and then actually find the mentors that are more tailored to what you are interested in, right? So then you can go and try to put your chips into those baskets too, and you can actually find those mentors. We all need mentors. And if we can, we get a team or some go-tos, because a lot of the times people have their own stuff going on, so even if they have their own thing going on and it's somewhat successful, if they're willing to be humble and help you out, and we're grateful for those people, we're grateful, because then that helps us solidify what could be the makings of a team. It's all about the foundation, right? It's all about the way we do things, not just what we're doing, but how we do it, But yeah, it's all about that development, man, and always develop your foundation more than anything else. And I'm sorry about this, because I had to come back. I got interrupted and distracted by all the work that's going on outside, and it kind of distracted me. So bear with me. But the main sentiment that I was trying to express, it kind of threw me off my rhythm a little bit. But yeah, just trying to build that sentiment for you guys to realize that everybody starts somewhere. And man, I'm just gonna get off of this, man, because it doesn't even feel right anymore. But yeah, it's just all about everyone starts somewhere. Keep going, keep striving, keep learning, stay humble, stay great. All right, y'all, peace.